Welcome students to my new series, that is story writing. Students, I have given you too many rules, no, make you solve many exercises. Now, today my students will be going to the world of fantasy. Students, yes, open your wings to fly high in the sky. What type of wings, students? The wings of imagination. Students, you are so talented that you yourself will be surprised when coming down to the real world, students, because your imagination, the student's imagination, is very strong, and that is what you have to do in the story writing. You just have to use your imagination. First of all, let's come to know what is story. A story is the narration of a set of events. Set of events. What do you understand by this? It means that you have to narrate the incidents in a sequence. The incident which you are narrating, which you are telling, it should be in an order. Okay, one after another. Then only you can make an interesting story. You have to use your imagination, of course. Then only you can make a very good story. Students, there are many points which I will be discussing today to tell you. I will be giving you some key elements also, some important guidelines also. At last, I will be giving you a specimen story. No, already the story is written there, and a home assignment. So, first of all, let's start. You have read many types of stories. There are many kinds of stories, students, as you have seen the movies also. No, if you have seen the movies, there are different kinds of movies which you like. So, in the same way, there are different kinds of stories also. For example, I am telling you, some of them are, suppose, humorous story. Humorous story means funny story, no, which you enjoy. The hilarious stories with interesting twist. So that type of story, that kind of story is called humorous stories. Next can be any folk tale. Folk tale, of course, you must have listened in your childhood. Cinderella, Snow White. No, some fables are there, some fairy tales are there. Aladdin story, the Pied Piper story. So these kinds are folk tales. Now, the next one. What kind of story it is, students? Yes, horror, horrible story. Who does not love a good scary story, spine chilling stuff? Do you like? Or maybe you are afraid? I think you like. So, this is also one kind of story, that is horror story. Another kind may be any epic. Epic may be there, just like Ramayana or Mahabharata, or any story related to mythology. It can be any Trojan Wars, no, it can be Iliad or Paradise Lost. Many epics are there. Now, there can be detective stories also. Detective story, do you like? Story of murder, crime, or any thrilling crime solving plots are there. If you had read Sherlock Holmes, no, you will be able to understand what kind of detective stories are. So you can write this type of story also, detective story, but you have to use your imagination. There can be adventurous stories also. Adventurous, Treasure Island, no, Robinson Crusoe's story. So these are different kinds of stories. I have given you the kinds so that you may understand well that in this way you can also use your imagination and you can develop your plot with the interesting details. You can make your story humorous also, horrible also, detective also, adventurous, folktale, epic, means any kind of story you can make. Only what you have to do, use your imagination. But while writing the story, what you have to do? Students, I'm giving you, there are 5 key elements which you have to use while developing or just writing your story. Title should be there. No, details should be there. Setting should be there in your story. There should be a plot in your story, and if possible, you can give the characters also in your story. You have seen, if you have seen, of course, I know students have seen the movies. So sometimes you like the movie and sometimes you don't like the movie. You say that, oh, flop movie, and sometimes you say yes, it was a super hit movie. How, students? How the movie is super hit or flop? See, in the same way, you can also make your story a very super hit story also, or a flop story also. But you have to make your story super hit to secure full marks. So you will be just using these key elements to make your story super hit. But how will you using it? What are these? I will be giving you in detail. Just listen. The first one is characters. So what are characters? Whenever you are writing any story, you have to decide who will be in your story, and the people in a story are called characters. So first, whenever you are writing any story, decide that who will be in your story, give the name to your characters, number of characters, at least 2 characters should be there in your story, and think about the characters you might put in your story. You also have to decide what will each character do. Why is he or she important to the story? In what ways are your characters alike? You can also decide how your characters are different, and what can your characters learn from each other. Students, whenever you are writing the story, try to give a moral. So in your story only you will be just developing your character in such a way that your characters in the story only may learn from each other. One last thing, students, that don't think that your characters will be only people. Of course, the people in a story are called characters, but if an animal is playing a part in your story, the animal is a character too. So, the characters can be any animal also or the people also. The next one is your setting. Setting, you will be just writing your story. So, there should be a place. So, the place where a story happens is called the setting. A story has to take place at a particular place, so that place is called setting. And the setting might be a place which you know, which you are familiar with, or it might be any such place which you don't know, means it can be any planet, no, out of this earth, any planet. That setting also can be there. A setting does not even have to be a real place, means use your imagination. And as in the starting I have told you that you have to fly high in the sky using the wings of your imagination. So your setting can be this earth also, or any other planet also. So you have understood the setting. Details. Details, students, whenever you write a story, you have to use your imagination. So details help readers to understand how something looks. So you have to use your imagination to see everything that is going on in your story. The events which you are writing, no, that you have to visualize, that you have to see. Why? Because if you are seeing everything, that will be helping your readers also. They will be also able to see, they will be able to understand how something looks, how it feels, and sometimes how it sounds. Students, sometimes even you can show in your story how something smells or how it tastes. So such detail should be there. So for giving these all detail, you have to use your imagination to see everything, just to show the details to the readers. Then only your readers will understand that how the things are in your story. So details should be there, and that you can give using your imagination. The next one, plot. Very important. Once you have decided your characters, decided your setting, no, and made them come alive with the details, now your characters will be doing something. So what your characters do is the plot of your story. Have you understood what is plot? And you have to, of course, make your story interesting. If your plot is exciting, your story will also be interesting. How will you make your plot exciting? To make the plot exciting, add problems. No, you will be adding problems to your characters and how they are just dealing with the problem. So your plot will be interesting. So whatever your characters are doing in the story is the plot, and you have to make it exciting, of course, so you can add the problems in your story. The last one, student, is the title. Have you seen any movie without title or read any story without title? Of course, no. So title is essential, one of the most important key elements while writing the story. The title should be eye-catching. It should be attractive. It should be short. Whenever you are giving the title, if you are giving an eye-catching title, immediately it attracts the readers, and your title should be such that by reading the title only, the reader can understand what is the theme of your story. So the title should suggest the theme of your story, and try to give a short title. Okay, you can use 4 to 5 words, sometimes 6 7 words are also there, but if you are using 4 to 5 words, it will be looking just like heading, and your title will be attractive. Okay, that will be eye catching. So these are the important key elements, means important aspects. Whenever you are writing the story, these aspects you have to follow. Definitely these things should be there to write any story. Now I am just telling you some important guidelines. The important guidelines while writing the story means there are some important things. No, for writing a story, you have to keep the following points in your mind. First of all, you have to collect the ideas, of course. Ideas should be there. After that, you have to use your imagination. No. So, again and again, I am telling you to use your imagination. No. Then you have to create the suspense in your story. Then again you have to organize your thoughts, and after that only you can start writing your story, and try to write the story in past tense. Use the second or third form of the verb to write any story. So what are the steps? Collect ideas, use your imagination, try to create suspense, and after doing all these things, again you have to organize whatever you have thought, whatever ideas are there in your mind, organize it, and after that only you start writing your story. Now I will be telling you that there are different kinds of different types of story, but before that, student, the most important thing is your language. Remember that you are writing your story in English language. So the most important thing, above all, whatever I have told you, the most important thing is that you have to take care of your grammar, you have to take care of your spellings, and whenever you are writing any story, don't try to make lengthy sentences one after another. Do not just add the sentence. Write simple and short sentences. Okay. And whenever your characters are speaking something, the dialogue should be interesting, and of course the events which are taking place in the setting, the plot or the details which you are just showing using your imagination, those events should also be interesting. So this language is the most important thing whenever you are writing the story in English literature. Okay. Now students, I am coming to that types of stories. You will be getting different types of questions. No, you get the question from given outlines. Sometimes you get the question story which is based on a moral. Another kind which you get from incomplete hints. I will be definitely telling you what are these. Types of stories means whenever you get, from first I am starting, that whenever you are getting the question from given outlines. So what you have to do? You have to read the outlines carefully and try to understand the gist of the story. You will not be leaving any point given in the outline, and you have to maintain the order of the points in the way, in that order in which it is given. In the same way you will be writing your story also, connecting each and every part. And of course you can introduce the conversation because your characters will be speaking also, and you also can add any proverb, any idiom to your story, simple English and past tense, and give a title. So whenever you are writing the story from given outlines, have you understood that you have to use the outlines? You don't have to invent the plot. Why you will not be inventing the plot? Because already the outlines are given there. No, from starting to end, the outline is given there. I have given at last one example of this type of story only. Okay, the specimen which I have given this type of from given outlines. You will be seeing that how the story is given in outlines, means the input is given there. So you don't have to invent the plot because already story is given in your question paper, no, in the form of outlines. So what you have to do? You have to develop an easy and interesting story. You have to fill all the details in an attractive style, and you have to be sure that you are following the outlines or the hints or the inputs faithfully. Okay, develop the same hints, the same outlines which has been given to you. You cannot go, student, against the given theme because already the theme is given there. So you are not supposed to invent any new or any different theme. You have to write the story on the same theme. Okay. You have to express yourself, students, within the given limit, because whenever you write the story during your exam, the word limit is also given there. So express yourself within the given limit, and I know my students are talented, they are very creative. You all can narrate the incident in a sequential order, in a sequence. At last, you have to give a conclusion to your story. Don't give an abrupt ending. Means all of a sudden don't conclude your story. If you are doing so, all of a sudden your story is over. So your story will not be interesting. Okay. So from the given outlines, you can write the story in this way. The second one is a story based on a moral. In this, a moral will be given there. For example, all that glitters is not gold, or haste make waste. So in this way, the moral will be given there. What you have to do? You have to illustrate the story with the given moral. You have to narrate your story, and your story should be based on that moral, the moral which is given there. So this is the second type of story. Third type is from incomplete hints. What are these? You will be given a couple of opening sentences, okay, and you have to continue your story with the given opening sentence. Many a time opening sentences are given there. At some places, the end, the conclusion, means the last line of the story is also given there. So it all needs your imagination. You have to use your imagination, and then only you can continue your story with the given opening sentence, students. So these are the different types of stories. There may be any visual also, means any picture may also be given there, and on the basis of that picture, after seeing the picture, you have to make a story. So that may also be there, but in higher classes. Students, the word limit in class 8 maybe 120 to 150 words, 9th, 10th, 150 to 200 words. So you have to write the story within the given word limit. The word limit will be given there in your question paper. Okay. Now, what have you understood? In your story, there should be introduction. Okay. Whenever you are writing any story, there should be a beginning. If any outline is given there, the beginning should be based on the hint. Okay. So first of all, you have to begin your story with the given hints, and after that, what you are doing? After that, you are introducing your characters. Okay, you will be giving the introduction of the character. Then you will be introducing your setting. Setting means the place. You can give the time also. You can give the introduction of the weather also. Weather means you can write that was a fine sunny morning, it was a hot day, it was a rainy day. In this way, you can begin your story. So this is the introduction. To introduce the character, setting, time, weather. No, in this way, you can begin your story. The next one is your rising action. What is rising action? Rising action means whenever your characters are there. No, so they are just doing something. No, initiating action means you are starting the action of your characters. And the point of story that starts the rising action, that is your narrating the events. Once your character have started taking action, means you have started narrating the story. In the narration, you are visualizing the events. Visualize means you are watching, you are seeing everything, the events. Means whenever you are writing, write down very simple description. Okay. Use your imagination, students, and write what happened in each of these stages. This will help your children to keep focused. Okay, while writing the story, you have to keep focused also towards the events. So when you will be narrating it, so when your this rising action means your characters are just doing the action, so this will help you to keep focused. You can easily make changes also here. Okay, during the narration you can easily make the changes. How? Because your characters, whatever they are doing, whatever you want, you can make your characters do that only. So you can make the change in this way, and in this way you will be able to maintain a flow in your story. Because whenever there is not flow in any story, flow means, you understand, means incident moving from one to another. So a steady flow should be maintained, otherwise your story will be boring. So while just making the changes, you can maintain this steady flow, and in this way easily you can make your story interesting. Understood? Now next one is your climax. Climax, the most intense point, means climax means the turning point of the story. Okay, whenever you are writing your story, you can give a turning point, okay, a twist in your story. As soon as you give a turning point, what does it mean? That you have reached your climax. It means that your story now begins to conclude. You are about to end your story. Okay, so if you are giving the climax, that will be also very interesting, students. And everyone likes the twisting end. Okay, so try to give a twist in your story. Means whatever was going on smoothly, all of a sudden any incident happened that whatever reader they were thinking that now next this event will take place, in place of that any other event is taking place. So that is called climax. Not according to the reader, but according to you, the event will be taking place. Okay, so that is called climax. So climax makes your story interesting. At last, when you have reached to the climax, give a satisfying end. Satisfying end, you understand, means the end should be give to the reader a satisfaction. Okay, so try to give a satisfying end to your story, students. Then only your story will be a hit story. If you are giving a satisfying end, uh, of course you can make your story hit. If you have any idea for a great conclusion, without any hesitation, student, you can write it down. Okay, here at this point you can move backward also, forward also from your starting idea. Means you are free to use your imagination. In this way, students, you can make an interesting story. Okay, so students, in this way start writing your story, but while writing the story, choose the right words for your expression. Have you understood? The right words if you are choosing, then only whatever you want to say, that will be easily understood by the readers. So students, this is the way to write a story. I think you have understood how to write the story. Now here I have given you a specimen story. The question is given there: develop the following outlines into a readable story in 120 to 150 words. The hints are given there. And this story only I was telling you from given outline. This is the first type of story. In this way, the outlines will be given there. You will go through the outlines, and after that, you can just build your own story. Very easy and interesting story you can build. Here, I have given the answer also of this story. See, this is the answer. The title is Grace of God, and you can go through the full story. At last, I have given a moral also. You also try to give a moral to your story. Okay. So, this just to tell you how to write the story, I have added a specimen also. At last, I have given you the home assignment. This is your homework. See the question of the homework. Make a readable story from the outlines given below. Here also the word limit is 120 to 150 words. You have to go through it, and after going through the outlines, you have to build up that story. Okay, that easy and interesting story. Give a title and give a moral to this story. Okay, students, hope you have understood well. Thank you, students. Goodbye. Take care.